That's right. This is what happens when you put your towels down first. You can't reserve them, okay? It's not allowed. I haven't actually been to holiday, a typical British holiday in Spain. So I'm not one of those loud British tourists, just so you know. Do you speak English? What's going on, everyone? It's me, Alex the Rambler, and today we're only on Hearts of Iron 4! So we're on day 6, I think, and so far, I think I'm 5 for 5, so I've managed to save 5 out of 5 save games so far. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. Also, I'm recording this particular video on my new computer, so if the settings and stuff don't look like they usually do, I'm playing around with settings and trying to get it perfect. My apologies if it doesn't sound as good as it would usually. I'm still ironing things out. And of course, thank you for the support on Disaster Week so far. If you do want to show your support for 7 days of 7 disaster saves, comment, like, and subscribe. That's all you got to do. 5,000 likes would be amazing, thank you. But today we have a France deadly stalemate. So, this ain't really a disaster. Their email, not mine. But the war is heavily in the German and Japanese favour. I have a deficit of 40,000 guns and I've lost all of my tanks. I don't really have a doctrine because start date is 1939 to see how well I would play France. Africa's a mess. Spain and Portugal have joined the Axis. Britain ain't helping and my line is spread thin. The Germans have declined giving Eastern Poland and are at war with the Soviets and Japanese. Okay, let's see if this is a disaster or if they say it's not. So let's load the game. We're in 1940. I don't have the map version. Huh. This looks gross. We're led by Leon Blum, who is a stout defender, I believe. Yep. We've got firepower. We've got a worker shortage. We've got draft dodging. We've got the Matignon Agreement. We've got inefficient economy, political violence, and a disjointed government and victims of the Great War. Oh, let's see. Oh, mate, this isn't healthy. This isn't healthy at all, mate. Oh, what are they? What? Sorry, there are instructional videos. Be nice if they had audio, but anyway, do not show again, thank you. This is not sustainable. I don't think. I'm sorry. Did he actually say this ain't really a disaster? Are you sure about that? Because it... Where are your divisions? 55% equipped. Yeah. What are your division templates? 18 combat width, so we're not at 20 yet. You're trying to produce 40 combat width tonk divisions. I presume all the tonks you had were probably encircled. Yep. Oh dear. Yes, I'm going to release the Basques. Oh dear. Well, there we go. I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought I'd be returning territory to them. Oh, the Catalonian Free Republic. Yes, let the Catalonians have their independence. What are they like now? Did that not even work? Oh, alright. Well, anyway, let's see what we can do. Switzerland, I don't know what's happened to it, but it's... confusing. We're in December 1940, and I'm very impressed that the line is held here. I just want to know what... Why you don't have any equipment of anything? Oh, you're not even producing any factories, and your industry is... we should probably start building some military factories, don't you? What's the fault line situation? Just a ban in the Netherlands, to be honest. Okay. Is there any point in doing anything down here? No. The British might come in and... Yeah, just connect with the British and then you'll be kind of saved. Athens, no idea what's going on there. This one is just gross. Like, you should just get out. I don't know what's going to happen in this situation. This just looks cursed. Let's see what happens. In terms of the research, crumbs. What do we have here? Fuel we're actually okay for. This has all been alright. Your doctrines are taking forever because you haven't cleared... Which is the one you need to do? Oh, you want to definitely get levée en masse. Wow. You want to do army reform. Yeah, so we might just, like, leg it down here and then get the army reform. Probably want to expand the citizenship and actually probably strengthen the government. Yeah, there are lots of things that... focuses that could have been done in the year that you've had since you took over the game. And didn't. This is untenable. Holding any of this is, not great. So I'm going to have to abandon most of what you had gained in Spain, unfortunately. If you can even get any of them out. If not, I think you might be screwed. I'm unsure as to what the plan was here. Maybe to do an encirclement. But it's just tricky because, you know, you're not in a strong position, mate. Oh. Give him infantry expert, for sure. Unyielding defender, extra 10% defense? I think so. Just want to produce guns. Lots and lots of guns. This is an interesting one, though, the fact that the allies just have so much in your territory. What are the priorities going here? I think we'll put them into reinforcements. Oh, boy. That's a lot of equipment required. Oh, that's not really very helpful at all. Could you... No one's gonna really accept my garrison support, are they? Please give me garrison support. Oh, the Dutch East Indies. Thank you. British Malaya. See, these are nice, kind people that will just help out a bro. There we go. 179,000 manpower for my garrisons. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Got more troops coming in here. Just to try and have a terrible, terrible fallback line, but oof. Please get equipment. Oh, this is pain. Pure pain. I'm also recording this in the evening, which is unusual for me, so if I appear a little bit sleepy, that's probably why. Let's try and get you back to a port. This is so confusing. Like, I just wouldn't waste troops down in this part of Africa. It's clear, like, they're probably going to win in Africa. There's no point in really investing too much time down there when your home nation is under threat. So I'm just going to try and protect the Suez with what I can. It's difficult to move any troops off of this line, primarily because, you know, Allied troops are just moving around. So there's not really a lot I can do until I get any equipment. The equipment is going to be the humdinger for this. Maybe I could request a lend-lease from... Can you help? No. No. Please give me equipment. Raj? No one's going to give me any guns at the moment. Oh dear. But every day we're not attacked, our deficit goes down. And it looks like they're just trying to spread through Italy at the moment. I'll just leave the Allies to do their thing. That's the thing with a lot of disaster saves. If you can just stabilize things, it can get better. Just like with anything in life. Although my factories are going down quite rapid, I will presume that that is due to lack of Spain. Oh, and our navy is actually unable to get into the Med. Right. That's irritating. Well, we'll just convoy raid them around the coast then. Around the coast of France. Oh, wow. And they're already... Oh, yes. Destroy them. Thank you. Oh, this is great. Wow. We are just going to... well, we appear to be annihilating anything they touch. Huh. Well, good job there. Good job indeed. Good job indeed. Look, you're taking down cruisers, destroyers, everything. Tasty. This is what I'm scared of now. This thin line we have here. So that's 16 divisions is all we can muster down in España. Ooh. Luckily they have less right now. We're going to try and fix France one little bitty at a time. I just need guns and support equipment and artillery and tanks. I'm just looking at Italy in bafflement, really. So once I've solved my deficit of everything, then we might be able to do something. In the meantime, I'm just looking at what the French Navy's destroying. And boy, oh boy, are they having a lovely time. Non-aggression. Yay! I love non-aggression. Please, leave me alone. Oh, gosh. Like, how long is it going to take me to build a factory? Like a month now. So we are building them. Looks like the Germans are going to be able to push here at some point. I just need guns. Please give me guns. Oh. I don't know why I like releasing people so much. I think it's just because it saves me manpower, really. Even though we're not really having to worry too much. I don't know too much, but I know I want to win. Oh, the Allies always start what could be great naval invasions, but then they just don't finish them. I could pump in troops there, but I have no equipment. What is happening here? Is that actually just a few units of Hungarians that have just been assigned down to Spain? I guess because they don't really have men? So then do I just pump it louder and say, oh, oh, oh. Do you know what? I'm actually just going to not worry about this. And kind of the same with this. Like, I'm just going to let the Netherlands sort themselves out. Thank you. Oh, as I said that, they're putting more divisions on there now. There's more Hungarians and Germans arriving, I believe. Bulgaria has capitulated, you say? What is going on? Whoa! But the Balkan Entente is just a... no idea what happened here, but they've abandoned it. So I'll take it back. Brilliant. So the Allies, we're still holding in most regions. Yeah, they can't really push me here. They've actually just abandoned this. This is so confusing. Why would the AI think that this is a good idea? Oh well. Be hilarious if I'm actually able to capitulate Spain again. Oh, and the UK's landed as well, so they've got that to deal with as well. Brilliant. Okay, let's beeline it down to Madrid then, baby. I don't know what we're going to encounter, but at the moment it's all going fine. Oh, Italy's close to capitulation too. Yeah, maybe the dude was right. This isn't really a disaster. But it's certainly interesting just to see how much, as France, you had to rely on your allies here. Because without this, you would have capitulated. There's no doubt about that, eh? I'm not wearing plaid, but I can still do a terrible accent. Here we go with my terrible troops. But they're better than the Spanish. Really? I have more equipped. I guess they've just got out of a civil war, really, haven't they? Yeah, they're not really equipped for this. Oh, can we just march into Lisbon and capitulate Portugal? Can that happen? Because they haven't been capitulated yet. Neither's nationalist Spain, surprisingly. They weren't capped enough to ever be cap. No idea where the Portuguese army's gone. Well, they don't have one now. And there's Spain. I very much doubt it, but if I just did this for the lols, would that work? They have air support too. Do you have an air force? I haven't even looked, really. You got a bit of CAS, you got some heavy fighters and some tactical bombers, so we might as well stick all of this up in the air. It's never going to be a bad idea if they've got their stuff elsewhere. Maybe when we get troops or a tank division. Yes. Tanks will work nicely. And as usual, the British have they just actually just yeeted out and are now not bothering here? Seriously? Oh, please. Maybe just take the port, crush their supply by giving them no supply. Down in Alicante, the Germans get encircled. That's right, this is what happens when you put your towels down first. You can't reserve them, okay? It's not allowed. I would never know. I haven't actually been to holiday, a typical British holiday in Spain. So I'm not one of those loud British tourists, just so you know. Do you speak English? How is the... Oh, yeah, the Soviets are pushing in. Cool. Like, how do I judge this as saved? To be honest, I'm probably going to say when France is no longer under threat, really. So what the heck is... What am I doing here? Edit. Thank you. So, would this, in theory, work now? I still don't think it will. But we're attacking from 4 sides. We have aerial superiority. But we're still not fully equipped and we're still not even 20 combat with, are we? So why don't we just solve that right away? Well, you have artillery divisions too. Not really had much of a chance to use them. Let's just go ahead and destroy our equipment even more. Alright, so we have one barely equipped heavy tank. Who will they be led by? Charles de Gaulle! Here we go. The man with a plan. Da, 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 da. What can Mr. Heavy Tonk do? Not a lot, probably. I'm actually going to send him up to try and get me this little encirclement here. That doesn't mean he has to go through forest, so I'm not really sure if he's going to actually achieve his objective, but can't hurt, can it? I don't think we'll overload the supply. No, we'll be fine. That's like Italy sorted themselves out, which is always unfortunate. Alright, tank can start with the attack, supported by various other flanks. Go on, tanky. Oh, yes, the heavy tank is key. What, the heavy tank isn't even in the battle? And now they're all going to starve and die. You'd love to see it. Well, I mean, but there we go. I'm gonna say that was all the tanks. The tank did all of that. Just make sure that they're absolutely crushed. Okay, let's see how easily will they die. Very. Yes. The Germans have been encircled. You were right. This wasn't a major disaster. It looked a little bit iffy in the first few months, but now we're almost sailing, and that's probably 7 divisions that they won't be able to replace very easily. So why don't we send our little heavy tank down? I'm going to try and rather suckily attack the Italians and try and encircle them a bit. In fact, if I attacked over this yes, where is Tonki? Okay, mountain attacks are not good for encirclements. We've established that. Could we try and pump into Zurich, perhaps, with our heavy tank? I think the Germans are too well entrenched there. Up here, though, we might be able to have a little bit of fun. Okay, I can remove disjointed government now, which will solve that. And currently, what's the casualties looking like? They haven't even taken that many. And how many have the Soviets taken? I bet they've taken a lot. You okay there, bro? You don't look like you're doing so hot, mate. Our equipment is looking healthier, though, for our divisions now. Very nice. It's mainly a stalemate, and this is just horrifying. I don't even really want to look at what's going on here, but it's not going to be pleasant. Ah, look, they could just... I'm tempted to send an army over and just take care of this myself. I'll do this myself. But no, I do have something I want to do here. It's just a case of my heavy tank is now screwed. But I think that should still be enough to punch through. There we go. Another little encirclement. They're only little ones, but every little helps, right? But yeah, we're doing a good job, I think, of flushing our enemy. Just need more tanks, really. That's all we need. More tankies. But we'll still pump the occasional one out. As this is going to be my... I guess we'll advance in the north a little bit. I'm probably going to give Charles de Gaulle a lot more field power. Because I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. Now, because I've got rid of disjointed government, I can do army reform. So, we're no longer going to have victors of the Great War, which is also lovely. Why the heck did you get this? Did I give you that, UK? I don't think I did. So my army isn't really an offensive army, but we're managing to do a little bit of pushing. And anything that weakens the German industry is really key at this point in the game. Because you know you're going to win, but it's just about speeding it up. At least, well, you don't know that you're going to win. You hope that you're going to win. And especially with these heavy tanks, they just destroy anything they touch. So, you know, we've taken Hamburg now. Obviously not for us, but for our allies. And then hopefully this will spawn more of an advance by our allies here. You know, maybe you can try and break out, guys. Whoa, why are they getting all this territory and I'm getting nothing? You selfish... There we go, another few more encircled down here. It's just paper cuts. Lots and lots of paper cuts. Oh, division cuirassy, oh, there we go. Combining heavy armor with infantry and medium tanks. Yes, I would like 2 of those, thank you. I feel like I'm in a good place to be able to push a little bit. Where did the other tank go? I had a 3rd tank. None of them are particularly equipped. Oh, it went up here even though I didn't want it to. Okay, I guess we'll go down and support the movement. Chromium is expensive. And what were these divisions? 2 fully equipped divisions. 14 combat width. Not amazing, but they will do, I guess. Might get an encirclement in the north here. I think we got it. I think we got it. Are we getting it? Oh! Yes, okay. Another pocket complete. Oh my gosh, the frickin' Netherlands are just gunning it to Berlin. I think if I can take Berlin, I'll probably call that saved, because after that, you know the Germans aren't really going to come back. Unsure what's happening here, not a lot. Got the Catalan state though. Boy! Yeah, down in Africa, looks like my divisions to hold there are fine. Italy will probably fall at some point. I am, of course, going to use this little beachhead there. Well, not beachhead, hardly a beachhead. I reckon if French tanks can make it to Berlin, then I'm going to call that a win. General Work Council, remove national spirit, inefficient economy, so I'm fixing all of the economy, really. I'd like to get rid of the shortage, but yeah, you can turn France into a beast. It's just going to take time. And especially on the 1939 start, you do not have an easy start. There we go. Tanks have made it to Berlin. Da, 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 and all the world rejoiced. What are you going to do now, huh? Nothing. You have nothing to threaten me with, Germany. So yeah, sometimes I like to capitulate the nations. In this occasion, I'm probably not going to, just because I think we can all see what direction this is going to go in, right? And it's not going to go in one that's favourable for the Germans. So, you know, if the player wants the save game back, he can kind of finish this off himself. That's what I usually do. And apologies if this has been slightly lower energy than normal. I don't usually record and so close to my bedtime. But hopefully everything's looked okay, and this one is another save. So 6 for 6, really. We've solved your equipment production. Well, we've solved your deficit. We just have tanks to produce now. Now you've got like 25,000 extra rifles. Your army's all fully equipped. Your borders are secure. You've taken frickin' Berlin with your heavy tonks, and now it's just until you can defeat them, really. Managed to capitulate nationalist Spain and Portugal for you, so it is just Italy. Oh, and Hungary has to capitulate as well. So the 3 boys here have to be taken out, but you can do that, I'm sure. So if you want to try the save for yourself, I'll try and remember to leave them in the description, but I don't think this is a super hard one to do. But yes, if you've enjoyed this video, comment, like, and subscribe. And we shall return for the finale of Disaster Week on Sunday. Toodaloo for now! Ta-da! Many thanks to Turquoise Zom, Onion Duck, Stuka J, Sean Zoltek, Maximilian Foreman, Wyatt Green, Zachariah Mosby, Chancellor64, Jack Trochu, Jiggly Crotch, Logan Whaley, Ryan Nelson, Valhalla Halls, Vash, and Warren P. George for being ridiculous Rambler supporters on Patreon, and many thanks to all the other patrons too!